even right before I became an assistant professor, towards the end of my program, I was at a conference and John Butler was there, and he had been talking to this other professor who also had a non-traditional a doctoral student with them. And the two senior men professors talking discovered that both of their students were women. They both had 3 children. They both had husbands who were pilots, and they were both interested in women's entrepreneurship. And they just said, we have got to get these two together. And within 24 hours, because she was also at the conference, they had introduced us, and we've pretty much been working together ever since. Her name was Candida Brush. That's right about that time that we were finishing up our degrees, we were going out on the job market. And that's when putting down that your specialty is women's entrepreneurship supposedly was going to raise eyebrows. People who were trying to help us, but literally told us that putting women's entrepreneurship down there is the kiss of death. It's academic suicide. I just don't think we believed them. You know, it just wasn't worth it to us to listen to them. I don't think either one of us ever took it seriously other than, well, that's going to be a great story. We were at a conference, and after dinner, a group of us, a fairly large group, decided to go for a walk on the beach. And we're walking on the beach and we're talking about we would love to do some work together. You know, what might we all do together? And we were talking and walking and all this kind of thing. And we decided that we were going to set up a special meeting place. And anybody that came to that meeting place, we were going to form a group and work on issues around women's entrepreneurship. We decided to meet in Santa Fe in honor of Georgia O'Keeffe, because we figured that would just be symbolic. And 5 of us showed up. And that became the Diana Project. We worked, I think we were there for 3 or 4 days. We worked the entire time writing a grant to the Kauffman Foundation. It was a little bit of everything. It was about integrating women into entrepreneurship curriculum, because there was almost no research on women business owners. And certainly in the educational piece, there were no case studies about women or anything like that. So it was about working in curriculum. It was about supporting research. One of our big questions was, why don't women get any venture capital? And that was a running theme for us for many, many years, and led to quite a few different programs and lots of research and books and that kind of thing. But there were just so many questions and holes, not only about how is entrepreneurship taught, why is it taught that way, what could be better, and how do we we were all early days academics, how can we actually advance change for women who want to start and grow businesses? One of our early projects was actually documenting the very low rate of women who receive venture capital. It had never been tracked before. And we literally sat there, you know, going 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and just came up with the very first mapping of who got venture capital. We started doing the research and sharing the research and starting attracting attention from other countries. And then as the years went on, we started having the conferences, and those were international conferences. People started reaching out to us from all levels of government. I mean, we worked with New York City, we worked with a number of different states. We would hear from ministers from other countries with a lot of different questions. There was a huge amount of interest. I mean, the World Bank was doing work on women's entrepreneurship, United Nations, similar kind of thing. But there was such a realization that when you put money into a women business owner, she puts it back into her family and her community, and the data showed that repeatedly. So many countries were looking at how do we help women start and grow businesses. One of the things I think we're proud of is that we have raised the level of conversation and awareness about women starting and growing businesses. The part that we think that still needs a lot of work is raising the awareness about women in starting and growing businesses. There's much, much, much more of it, there really is. And there's so much more to think about. Recognizing that there's not one way to do business, and being actively engaged in trying to think of better ways to conduct business for everybody. I think that's a very important part of what Diana Group wanted to do, and that was important to all of us.